as an educational institution, you want to practice what you preach. The much more important thing than the carbon footprint that we have is how do we imprint these 1,000 students that are there on our campus at any point in time. To looking at renewable, reduction in consumption, in that kind of economy, I think then our job is done. Because the multiplier effect is going to do the job. So let me talk about the institute as a role model for environment alone. So if you go to many of our common areas, you'll have sensor-based lighting. All our water heating systems for the last 15 years at least have been solar heated water heating systems. We are the only higher education institution in the country that has an energy management system. So at 107 different points in the institute, we have sensors that have been placed, and from there you have real-time data that comes to a computer center. And we have our assistant manager electrical who's able to see on real-time basis every single hostel block, every faculty housing block, every block that we have on campus. We know what are the per capita consumptions, and we know it month-wise for the last 4 or 5 years now. And therefore it helps us find out, is something going wrong somewhere? Then we need an intervention. That's either an education intervention or it's a technical intervention. That's what we need to do. We've done audits regularly on looking at water consumption, energy consumption, waste management. We regularly monitor water usage and we try to see what we can do to be able to manage that. Third part, if I look at in terms of environment, is waste. We have 4-way segregation of waste, and we've been doing for a long time. And let me say, even though we're doing for a long time, it is really a challenge. It's an ongoing challenge, because the most difficult thing in sustainability is people behavioral change. So we are regularly educating people, and the good part is on biodiversity, we do think, because we are at the foothills of the Western Ghats, which is one of the most biodiverse regions of the world, probably second after the Amazon River Basin. We don't want trees that are going to consume a lot of water, because that's something that doesn't make sense. So we take even that angle into play. One other thing, that we are the first in Asia. We report our performance in all the SDGs. They are available on the Hobbs School's dashboard. And what we are doing is, not only we have done this, we are encouraging other people to do it. On our workforce, almost all our unskilled workforce comes from within 10 kilometers around GIM. In terms of institute as a role model, why do we do this? One is because we think that's the right thing to do. As an educational institution, you want to practice what you preach. The much more important thing than the carbon footprint that we have is how do we imprint these 1,000 students that are there on our campus at any point in time. If we have a sizable, even if we have a small percentage of students whose worldview changes from being really a fossil fuel, old age economy kind of a mindset to looking at renewable, reduction in consumption, in that kind of economy, I think then our job is done. Because the multiplier effect is going to do the job.